This conference will now be recorded.
Right. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can able to.
Yeah, Samir.
So, okay. So, let's start with few topics here. Hmm. Let's take, um, this is my genres. There are, I think, 12 or 13 genres are there. And for the key measures, I'm taking my total runtime for this. Okay. So, this you know that how the filter context works, right? You remember, right? All these things. Correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now we will try to modify the filter context. We will try to add the filter context. We will try to something we need to do it. Now here the requirement is I want to calculate the total runtime for only the awful region. Okay, this genre, awful genre. This genre only for the 606. I want to calculate one measure here that I need it. So you can say that I can't put a filter, but if you put a filter on the genre, no, you just put a for the awful genre, right? What happen? This will goes out because all the genres will be goes out. Only it will be available for the awful, but that is not my requirement. Requirement is it should show all the genres, but another measure that will show only the awful genre only the data. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will do it. So I say the total runtime for awful genre. That's it. So whenever you are saying that adding a filter, modifying a filter, all these things, no? That time the important function, important DAX function will work in picture that is called the calculate. This is very much in used. Okay, calculate is saying that evaluates an expression in a context modified by the filters. So whenever you want to add something, you want to add something, modify something, everything will be inside the calculate. Okay. So inside the calculate, there are two parameters actually. One will be the expression, second will be the filter argument. So here, my expression would be my total runtime. Okay. So here I say the total runtime, comma. Then it will go to the filter. Filter is what we are calculating the runtime for the awful genre, right? So I will put my genre equals to awful. Very easy. Just like a select star from EMP where, correct?
Samir, I'm so sorry to disturb you. Uh, till
Hmm.
date only you said us. You didn't go all this with us actually.
I'm just doing right away. Starting up, new topic.
Oh, okay.
But date if that calculation you guys did it, what I told you, tried. Mhm. Okay, no problem. Okay, so this is a function in DAX where you will use the calculate, and what you are calculating? We are calculating the total runtime for the filter is genre equals to awful. That's it. Okay. Now if you move back this, it will print only the 606 across all the rows because the awful genre have the total runtime of 606. Now, how it is working in this case, let me try to explain it. Okay, let me do that a little bit slow. Now, just try to understand here. On this row, what is the filter context actually? Hmm. What is the filter context on the first row of the visualization? Without it is visible, right? In that
Genre?
visualization.
Genre and total runtime.
Total runtime is a filter context, really. Which genre this is?
Action?
Action.
Okay. So the filter context is genre equals to action. So based on that, the my normal total runtime you are calculating, it is saying that 19499. Fine. But whereas we define another measure here, where you are saying that total runtime for awful genre. So what happen is on this row, the normal filter context is action only. But in the formula of this measure, we are saying that it should be awful, right? So calculate is a function in DAX which will override the existing filter context which is coming from the visualization. And it will the first level of priority it will give you. Calculate whatever the filter is there, it will give you the first priority apart from the visualization in the second. So here actually what will happen is here in this row the filter is for genre equals to action. But for this measure, we are saying that give me the genre equals to awful. That's why it's printing 606. Okay. Same it will go to the next row. On this, the second context is genre equals to adventurous. Right? But we are writing inside the calculate genre equals to awful. So for this row, again the filter will be modified and it will show you the awful genre. Make sense this is?
Mean like it's overriding the all the filters, all the genres, right? So
Hmm.
I mean like
For this
what
measure,
kind?
this is for this measure it is overriding. Correct.
So in what situation this kind of filters will use in real time, Samir?
That we will come to later. First, try to understand the functionality. We will come to that implementation. Don't worry. Okay. So this is the one. Now let's take this is your modification. Suppose if I give any genre here, so let's take I will give the drama. What will happen? What happen is enter if you enter it,
It
every filter
overrides with
will
the
be
drama.
modified. Right. Got it. This is the first topic. Now suppose I want to give a end condition here. Okay. I will say the genre equals to drama and how to add at the end?
Double
Ampersand,
ampersand.
ampersand.
Ampersand ampersand and genre equals to let's take animation. Now what do you think the output would be here? What is the amount you will get in the this measure if I commit this? What do you think?
Sum of the two genre?
Okay, so it would be 13839 plus 6446, whatever the amount it should give it, right? Here it is.
I think
That's what you
so.
are saying?
Yes.
Okay. What other things? blank. Why?
The ambiguity, right? I mean, like um, two genres means what data it
Here,
should take.
just
Yeah.
just think like this. When you are comparing this particular filter context, what is the genre is action, right? On the same genre, any genre can be drama and animation. Both is possible in one go. Both cannot be true, right? Either it
Mhm.
could be drama, either it could be the animation, right? It
Mhm.
can't be both. It will be true at one row. That makes sense, right? That's why it is giving you null. If you give a or condition, then
Then
either this, either that. Then
the first condition goes, and if it fails, the second value comes.
yeah, I'm saying what is the output.
I think it's an null again.
13839.
Now this is a sum of, right? But here it is saying that let's consider this part. So here we are saying the original filter is for the action, whereas the measure we are saying the drama or animation. The drama is somewhere around 13839 plus animation is 6446. In this case, either can be true, right? So it will take both the values, drama and animation. Both the values, it will sum up this. Okay? This makes sense.
But the or condition is this or that, right? So if the first condition is
But
satisfied,
in this case, first condition is satisfied, it will check the second also, right? And is both are true. In this case, action is the my filter. But for my filter context is drama or animation. So are you in the drama? No, right? Are you on the animation? No. So in both it will take, right? It can be drama, it can be animation. Both will be true for that. Don't you think so?
okay.
And will not work because and cannot be possible. One genre can't be drama and action both. But one genre can be drama or action. If you give a drama or action, then both you will consider, right? X and Y. Then finally it will sum that up. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So here let's go to an implementation. Okay. So the implementation is something like suppose you want to compare each genre, how much it is contributing. I'm repeating the question. For the each genre, the total runtime, how much it is contributing to the total runtime of, let's say, comedy movie. Question I'm repeating again. We want to calculate the total runtime contribution for every genre compared to the comedy genre total runtime. Alright, question you listen to that, everybody. Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay. What does it mean exactly? Before committing to the anything, what does that mean exactly? What you are trying to achieve here?
We just want to know what is the part of the comedy in all the all the genres. That's what I'm thinking.
Mhm. I'm saying the percentage contribution.
Yeah, each genre can be, it contains in action, genre, how much
Mm.
the comedy is going to be. That's what you're trying.
Oh, I'm saying that action genre is action is 19499, the total. How much the comedy movie? 14237, right? If you compare the action movie with the comedy as a percentage contribution, it should be 149 divided by 14237. When it's come to advantage, same again, 11095 divided by 14237. That much of contribution is giving, right?
Yeah.
So here the point is how I will do the contribution here is first of all I need to calculate first the total runtime for my comedy genre, that we can do that, right? So let me just done it this way. Now if I put this comedy, so part of the amount I got it here, it is 14237, right? Then I can divide this by divide, right? Total runtime divided by this. How much it will be? That is the percentage contribution to the comedy movie, right? Correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So one way to do it is I already have the two measures, total runtime and total runtime for the comedy genres. I can directly create another measure here. Okay, then I can say the percentage contribution equals to, I can use my divide function. I explained the divide function, right?
Yes, in the column. Yeah,
Correct.
divide.
So the divide, I can say my total runtime, comma, my total runtime for the comedy genre. Right?
Hmm.
This I will divide it. And I can take a percentage here. Let it go to the two decimal. Then I will put this value. So this is my contribution to for the total runtime for all genres to the comedy genres. Okay, got it?
Okay.
And if you don't want to create this separate measure for this, you can do one more way also. Let's do that. So here itself only, that when you are calculating the total genre for the comedy, you can do the divide also, what you are doing it. How to do that? That time I will introduce to one more concept in tax, that is called the variable. Okay. So what we will say, like suppose variable x is this. Okay. Variable y is my total runtime. Then I can directly divide x divided by y in the same measure itself. Okay. That also we can do it. Let's do that. So what I will do, when you are writing a variable, right? So the variable always start with a keyword called var. It can be capital, small, doesn't matter, but it will be the var variable. Don't use this var.p, var.x, just space. And you can give a variable name, but the variable name should not contain any spaces. Okay. Could be underscore, it could be anything, but it will not store as a space. So here, suppose I say I'm giving a name, okay? I always in real time also will follow like this one with a v underscore. Let's take total for comedy. This is we are calculating, right? And equals to. So what will happen is when you are doing this, the amount 14237 will be held by this variable. Okay, this makes sense. Hello,
Yeah.
I'm not getting it.
sorry.
I'm not understanding this point.
Okay, so this part is
It's
doing what?
I joined late, sir. We started measures today, so this calculate function is doing is for what?
Oh, really? Okay. How much late you are joined?
15 minutes.
Again, I need to repeat everything then.
So I'll watch video then. So just you can explain this V underscore total comedy.
Yeah, so it is just calculating the total runtime for the comedy genre. This I'm storing inside a variable. That's it. Simple, I'm doing it. Okay. For others, it is clear.
For declaring the variable, we should always use v, right? As per
Which one? No, this
for
is
v
specific
underscore.
keyword.
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
no,
Where is fine. I mean, the variable name should
no,
start
it's
with.
not compulsory. No, it's not compulsory. I'm just giving. You need to follow a
Oh,
naming convention. That's up
yeah,
to
yeah.
you. What is?
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I can do directly, whenever writing a variable, right? Always we need to return the what exactly we want to return from this. So when you are writing the variable, there will be return statement always. Without the return, the variable will not work. Okay. Now in the return, what I need to do directly, I can divide. Divide what? First, my numerator. What my numerator would be? My total runtime divided by this variable.
V
Same I am
total.
doing, but in a single measure itself. Right? We have done it in one other way. Like we created a contribution percentage where you are dividing total runtime by total runtime per combination. No? Suppose if you want to do it in a single measure itself, this is the way. You can just create a variable, store it, and finally divide it. Okay? Does that make sense? This is clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So this is about that. Now let's jump into a little bit deeper. Okay. So now this you understand, right? How the filter context is modifying. Now let's see. Now another question is very important here. Now you want to calculate the total runtime or the percentage contribution of the total runtime for each journal to its grand total. Okay, percentage contribution of total runtime percentage contribution for each genre. Okay, to his grand total. Got the point? What does it mean by saying this? Can you tell me what is? Just now I explain you what is the percent contribution for the comedy. Then I can say the total percentage contribution for to the grand total means what?
The total amount should be divided by with each journal.
Correct. So here the total is 143583, right? That is the total runtime for each every genre. So when we are talking about the percentage contribution, so the action like 14999 divided by 143583. That is the percentage contribution to the grand total by action. Same for other, right? That makes sense? Hello. You guys are there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay. So here, if this is suppose this is supposed to be an Excel file. Okay. It's quite easy
Mhm.
to do it. Okay. Suppose if an action, some kind of stuff is there. Let me put it in this way. So the genre and the total runtime, right? So let's take the genre and my total runtime. If this is an Excel, it is quite easy. So suppose action, just taking a two examples here. Suppose adventures.
Mhm.
Okay. So the total, let's say 1519499, and this is let's take 11095. So here, if you want to calculate, it's quite easy. What I'll do a equals to sum, right? And I will take this two, and this is my grand total. Okay. Then finally, I can refer to the sale here actually. So what I'll do here, suppose I want to percentage of contribution. So now I have the grand total, I have the value. So equals to, I will take the total runtime divided by my total, right? And so this is my percentage contribution. Right? But here in Excel, you can do like this because we have the concept of sale. So I can refer to the sale and I can, this is my B2, this is my A2, just like you can do play around in Excel. Okay. But in Power BI, it is not possible because I can put this is not the B2 or C2 or C3 or all these things. We can't do that. All these features here. We mean the sense this A1 divided by the grand total. I can do it in Power BI directly because there is no concept of sales in Power BI. This makes sense? Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So how we will do it here? That is the concept. Just now we saw that we add one filter extra that I just previous to the so that I the total runtime for the comedy genre, right? Just now, if you calculate like this, it is modifying or it is overriding the filter context. This is one concept. Now the next concept will come into picture. We want to remove the filter context. What is mean by remove? When this line is going on, what is the filter context is there? What is the filter context for this row?
John.
Action.
Genre equals to genre equals to
Total
just see and
runtime.
tell.
Total runtime.
Sorry, man. What is total runtime? I'm not getting. Total runtime is getting calculated based on what? Are you guys followed the filter context chapter when I explained you how it is working, how it is affecting? Hmm? What is 19499? Can somebody please explain me what is 19499 in a simpler way? What is this exactly?
Total runtime
I'm
for the
waiting.
action
Of action.
movie.
Then action is what? Then genre equals to that action you are saying. That action is what? What
Action is
exactly it is
genre.
doing? Huh, I know that genre is action, but what exactly it is doing?
The total runtime minutes for that uh, genre.
So it is putting a filter on the action and it is getting calculated total runtime, right? For that movie. No, it is not doing like that. Did you? I'm saying very frankly that filter context, row context chapter, when I explained you through the visualization, through the slicer, through that everybody follow up.
Yeah, sir. That
No or
we
yes?
did it.
Tell me, you didn't do that. Great.
We did that, sir. We did that, sir.
You did it. You did. Now tell me, I want to ask each and everyone, how many members are in the team now? Just give me a second. Wait. So I'm just shouting the name. You want me to explain that how this journal action is getting 19499.
It's the total number of
Wait, wait,
actions.
wait,
Sure.
wait. I'll shout the name, then I need the answer. Please go ahead, Rajni. Please go ahead. How you are saying that this journal action is 1949? What exactly is happening?
That is the total runtime of the action movie. That is only I know.
But how it is calculating?
Our all I mean it's calculating the all the action movies together and it's giving the total runtime. That's it.
That's it, right? Okay. So did I explain that it is going through this, the filter context, how it is moving, all these things? Did I not
No,
explain you all this?
no, you didn't say all this. That's what I'm saying in the starting of the classes. I mean,
I didn't explain that all these things.
no,
Filter context we didn't discuss till yet in the class.
no, we did it till the date diff. That too. I mean, like switch dates and and like some. Mm,
In
No, I'm
like
other
saying
table,
maybe I could.
concatenation.
wo- wait. Maybe I could be wrong here. So we didn't discuss anything related to the filter context, row context,
sir,
filter context.
sir,
Nothing we discussed.
in first or second class with other table, we
Hmm.
in modeling time we just discuss about when we were discussing about measure or column, then we discussed little
Hmm.
bit about filter context and row context and how the relationship is working there, like from
Yes.
one
Hmm.
table to another table. That we
Hmm.
discussed a little bit.
Yeah, in this model only we discussed, right? Hope I
Hmm.
remember
No, not
correctly.
in this
We
models. In the
discussed
sales
regarding
model, you
sales
did all
table.
this,
Not
not
sales,
in this.
yeah, sales model. Sorry, not this model. Right.
Oh, in the oh, okay. In the sales model we discussed. Okay,
Yeah.
just give me
Hmm.
a second. Okay, in the sales
I
model
mean,
also we discussed.
yesterday you didn't took the class for
Customer
us, right?
project.
Maybe you got wrong with.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, here we discuss, I think, right? How my
Customer.
product is moving, my customer moving. This
Yes.
all I explained you. Then
Yes.
how you are saying that we are not discussed?
In this table, you were saying all this actually. In this table, we got it.
That's fine. In this chapter is fine. Total order quantity is
Hmm.
going here. This this I remember. I explained you properly. If you not done this, let me do that. So if you take in customer or product, the product name, then I given my total order quantity here as a measure. I explain you then how it is working, all these
Yes.
things. You don't
Yes.
explain you,
You explained here.
right? Then the same thing I'm explaining there in the different model doesn't matter, right? So let me put it in this way. So now in this case we are putting the business type and the total order quantity I'm putting. Now here the gym is working 939. Now tell me how the gym is working, how 939 is coming for this measure. Okay, we discuss in this model. Okay, now tell me how business type gym is coming 939 here. Gym is coming from my customer table. Sorry. This I explained you or not? Now I'm asking you. I'm a bit confused now. Like whether I have done it or not done it, I'm a bit confused now. This I explained you or not explained? I need to go to all the videos then. Did I discuss this? Can anybody please confirm
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Yeah. Then after that, you create one slicer. Is that related to
Slicer,
the?
then other visualization, slicer, how the filter context is affecting. I think everything
Yeah.
I discussed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I not discuss this like when the region is center west, it is going to the customer table,
And
then putting a filter on the region equals to center west,
Yes.
yes,
then taking the customer key, going
Customer.
to the
yes,
sales,
Yes.
then putting a filter
yes,
on the order quantity, and finally it is giving the sum up here. Everything we
yes,
discussed.
yes.
Then we given another visualization here on top of that. From the visualization also, the data is coming, how the filter is working there, cross filter.
Mm,
Then we put a slicer as well.
Yeah, if
And
you change
finally
something
we
affecting or not.
yeah, then finally we put a filter here as well, how it is affecting. That is all thing we discussed, right?
yes,
Because I remember that's why I move it to the another model here. Okay. So this model would be the same one. It's just like your another model I can say where all the tables are connected here. That's simple as that. This also I will provide you. So there is a film movie and others are connected. Just like in the sales model, the same thing is happening. The genre is connected, the director is connected, the country is connected, studio is connected, all the tables are connected. Right. So here the point again I'm asking the genre action is how it is coming 19499. Right. So the action genre is coming from my genre table. Hmm? And the
mm,
total runtime is coming from my film table, runtime minutes. Right.
Mm.
So again it is going to the genre table and putting an action as a filter.
and then note the general
And
Yeah.
what
ID.
are the genre ID got? The
Yes,
fourth.
four.
It will go to the film table, okay, and put a filter on the genre ID equals to 4.
Mm,
And how much you got it? That runtime minutes will be there one field here. This runtime minutes, it is getting summed up. What are the remaining
mm,
rows I have? That sum is it is showing here 19499. Right? So for everything it is doing the same. Okay. Now, it is clear?
yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So this is the one. Now our work is so as what it is doing here, in this case the first row, it is going to the genre table, put a filter on genre equals to action. Okay, let's go to the model here. Let's try to understand. So this is my table from where I am bringing my genre column, right? It is pointing to, it is connecting to the film table with the genre ID. So when I'm saying that the genre equals to action, it is putting a filter on this table and rest on based on that we are getting one genre id. That genre id is flowing through this relationship and putting a filter on the film for that genre id only, and based on that we're just giving you the total runtime. Make sense? This is low.
So not right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, now in this case let's try to do for one more step also. Let's see that how my awful journal is working. How awful journal is 607. So what I need to do? In detail, just so that your concept will be clear.
So in general table, we'll look for awful and we'll
Okay,
find the
first
ID in
ID.
general in here.
What is ID? 28.
Is
So
ID
now
is
in
20.
this in this table, we put a filter on genre equals to awful. Okay, and we got some genre ID which is 28. Now that 28 it will go because we have a relationship between these two tables. That
Mm-hmm.
28 genre ID will be flow. on this one, and it will filter the 28th genre ID only, the genre ID. Okay. Once you filter the genre ID as 28, whatever the remaining we have, for that runtime minutes, we are just summing up that one. That's what we are doing it. Right? Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this case, we want to calculate now. What do I want to do now? We want to say that when I am on this particular filter context, I want to show the total here 143583. Then only I can divide, right? This corresponding one more measure if I distribute here, and somehow I will pick it up this grand total and I will put it across each and every row 143583, 143583, 143583. If I put it like this, then only I can divide the contribution, right? Yes or no?
Mm, no, sir, I didn't get this one.
Okay, let me put it in this way. So let's start. I'm saying we'll go slowly here. So contribution to grand total. Okay, so it means what I'm trying to say that this 19499 I want to divide it to 143583. This is my total, right? This I want to divide. But I can go by column. I can pull this value 19499 and I can directly go just like in Excel here and here. I can refer directly, right? So B2, this is my B2 divided by B4. This is my total, right? I can do that right directly. In this case, in the Power BI, I can do this. Suppose this is my B2, B2 divided by B4. I can do that unless until it is coming on the same row. If I am able to print the 143583 on the same row to the corresponding what I are getting, then only I can do. It means in this way it will work out in Power BI. Let me do it. So corresponding to 1949, no, I need to print the total, which is 143583. Then here also I need to print 143583. This is one more measure here. Then I can divide this by this. This I want to print across all the rows, which is 143583. This makes sense?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes.
Got it, right? So this is for the each and every filter context. This is my total runtime, and this I want to print how many genres I have. Across that, I want to print 153583. Then only I can divide this by this by this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So check, this is my total runtime for grand total listing. Right. So this is the grand total. So across each and every row, I'm putting 143583. Now think once how you can do it in Power BI, because it is quite simple in Excel. But here we need to understand. This is clear, everybody?
Yes. So,
This is clear?
yes,
Yeah.
sir. Like, if, yeah.
By looking at this picture, it is clear what we are trying to achieve here. How we can do
Yes,
that,
sir.
I will explain you. But is this clear to everybody?
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's say how we can do that. The problem here is that what is the filter context this is working on this one? Again, I am asking the same question one by one. What is the filter context? Genre, right?
Sure.
Genre is the filter context for this, and genre equals to
Hmm.
action. What is the filter context on the total row when it is considering the 143583. On this row, what could be the filter context? Just think and tell me.
The last one, total one.
Yeah, correct. The last one.
What is
It is for which genre? If I ask you, this is for which genre?
that? Oh, okay. This is for. Uh, we'll find the journal ID. So here we
Don't think.
went to.
Hmm. But there is no genre here, right? Here there is no
Uh,
genre. So it is considering all genres. How many genres I have? Everything. The total grand total is for everything, all the genres. It's not for the action, it's not for the adventurous, it's not for any genre. It is for all genres. Okay?
okay.
So that's what we are getting the total here. Now, to get this value, when I am working on this filter context genre, I want to remove or I want to delete the filter context for the genre. So that what happen is it will give you the total for all genres. I'm repeating again. This is bit tricky. Try to focus on this, please. It's bit tricky. If you understand this, this will be easy for you. Okay. So on the first glance, this is we are saying that this is for the filter context is working for my genre. And what we are to trying to do, we want to get just remove the filter context for the genre so that it will consider all genres irrespective of the any genres, right? So it will consider, it will remove the filter from the genre. Finally it will give you the all the genres here. That's what we are planning to do it. Make sense? How we can do it, leave it. Just try to conceptualize in your mind that what exactly we are trying to do here. Suppose in this case, when the filter context is going for the genre equals to action, that I want to delete it and I want to consider all genres there. That's what we are planning to do it. Okay, makes sense. When it comes to the second one, when the filter context is going for the genre equals to adventure, then I want to remove that filter. Then I want to put that don't consider this and get me the value for all genres. Okay, that makes sense to everybody.
All genres means all these action, adventure,
All,
animations.
yeah. How many? Yeah, correct. How many we have? Total 24 genres we have. All means all 24 genres. So it will be the grand total only, right?
Okay.
Got the point? If you are
Hmm.
considering all the genres, it will be the total only, the grand total only. Everybody is clear on this page? Then I can write the formula there. Okay? Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Everybody is clear? Let me check. I'm not getting the sound. You guys are at Shailaja, Vali, Rajni. You guys are good with this approach?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
No.
And what about you, Rajni?
Me too, Samir.
Clear?
No,
Or
I'm not.
clear or not clear?
I'm
Oh,
not
you are
clear.
not. Okay. Okay. So let's do that one more time. Where you stuck? Tell me. Hello? Yeah, please
This
answer the question.
this
Where you
last
stuck?
one we were talking about, right? Like that.
Mhm.
you remove one genre and find the total, right?
I have not written anything. I'm just giving you the concept that this is the approach we will follow. I'm saying
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
it means something like this. Let me put it in a notepad either or in a SQL. So here we are saying that select. Normally, what it is doing, it is sum of runtime. Say from my full movie, where let's take this line. This line I'm talking about. It is doing genre equals to adventurous. That's what it is doing, right? Don't you think so?
So, sir, is it also grouping?
Yeah, it is
Is it
grouping by genre. Yeah, it is doing a group also. So, but logically, if you think it, it is doing the same thing. The sum of runtime for the where genre equals to adventurous. And suppose animation it goes, it is genre equals to animation. Genre equals to O4, genre equals to biography. Correct? This is makes sense, right? On a SQL standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I am trying to say is that when I am on the filter context of the adventurous, okay, remove this filter. Remove this filter. And what you will get if you get the sum of runtime now? If you remove this. I'm not considering any genre, then it will consider total, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes. Yes.
That is the approach we want to put it. That's it, I'm saying. How to do
Mm-hmm.
it in Power BI, we'll see. But this is the approach I'm planning to do it. Now it is clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's do that, this concept. So here, first I want to get the total, grand total, I want to print it, right? So I will say, so whenever you are on a adding any filter or modifying any filter or removing any filter, no, that time you need to use the calculate only. Without calculate we can't modify any filter context in Power BI. That's why it is the backbone of the function. Calculate is very much used in DAX. Okay, so I will say calculate. What I want to calculate here? Hmm. What do you want to calculate?
total run
Hmm. By seeing that,
runtime?
tell me. By seeing this query, tell me what I want to calculate.
Sum of runtime.
Sum of runtime. Sum of runtime, we already have a calculation already present on my model, which is nothing but the total runtime. Right? Total
Hmm.
runtime is nothing but the sum of runtime minutes only inside that. So I can refer this directly inside the calculator. Okay? Then come. Come to the filter context. In the filter context, that's what we want to do it. When this filter is going on, this filter is normally is going on for the each genre. I want to just remove it. Okay, I want to remove the filter from the genre. So I will write a function, DAX function called remove filters.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and inside that I can put either a table or a column. If you want to remove the filter from complete table, you can do it. But in this case, let's go with first with the only the filter is my genre. It is, I'm saying the DAX is almost is equal to SQL only. Okay, just the syntactical difference. See, here the same thing we are doing it. Calculate total runtime means select sum of runtime from the movie where normally genre equals to adventurous. I'm saying that, but I don't require the genre filter at all. Please remove it. Remove the filter from the genre. Okay, that's what we are saying it here. If I enter this, now tell now if I put this first, Now bring it this column. It will print the 143583, the total across this one. How it is working? Let's try to understand. Okay, let's try to understand the first one. Again, I'm asking this question: what is the filter context on this selected row?
Genre.
Genre equals to what?
Action.
Action. So
Genre.
based on that, genre equals to action. In this case, the better is 19499. It is getting calculated. But when it
Mm,
comes to this measure, we are saying
mm,
that okay, calculate the total runtime, but remove the filters from this genre.
mm,
Remove the action. If you are removing the action, it will consider the everything, all the totals.
mm.
That's why it is printing 143583. Okay. Again, I'm giving another example on the same. Let's go to the animation. In this row, when I'm calculating the normal runtime, it is saying that the genre equals to animation. It is giving you the data. Okay. But when it comes to this measure, we are saying that please remove the filter from the genre. So it will remove the filter from the animation. And when it is removing, it will consider everything. And it is giving the total here. Right? This makes
Mm.
sense. I'm stopping for a second. This is little bit, it will be tricky, but it is quite easy if you understand in this way. Okay? Take your time for a 2 minutes. Any questions, any doubt, just ask me. Understand in this perspective. And for this, your filter context should be clear. That funda should be clear. Otherwise, it will be hard. Okay? Please take your time, 2 minutes. Is it clear? Anybody have any questions? Please ask me. No. So silence means all good or all bad?
I'm good, Samir.
They're good.
Okay,
Good with
both
this.
of you are good. What about you guys? Both you are good on this concept or no?
I'm okay.
Okay, Samir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm okay, Samir.
Oh, okay. What is the problem? Any hesitation? Not able to understand? What does it mean? Okay, not able to get it.
Uh, I have a doubt. Like we are
Go
calculating
ahead.
that the total runtime and the
Mm.
remove filter of the particular genre, then in the sense that that value should be removed from that total value, right? So
Correct.
why we are getting the total again as the same value over there?
So,
You remember the Windows function, Valley, the sequel?
Yeah.
how it is the sum is getting calculated there, sum over. If you give the over, it is printing the sum across each and every row, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you remember, or you have lost the touch on the SQL as well?
Can you compare it, kind of like a little bit explanation?
I don't know how you guys are practicing SQL or no? Stop it completely. I can't compare this with that one, but I can give you a logical explanation here. But that is not the correct way. This is different and that is different. But to answer your question, then why it is repeating across each and every row, I can give an example here. Okay. So say at here, suppose after this,
Mhm.
if I say do sum of my salary over, that's it. If I do it, what will happen? It will print the sum of salary across each and every row, right? Why it is doing? This you remember or forget again? This part
Yeah,
also.
I remember this one, but
Okay.
here we are
I'm not.
calculating
No,
from.
no. One second, Bali. This is not the comparison to the remove filters. My question is to answer to counter your question that to understand logically that here also the sum is printing across each and every row, right? The same
Yeah,
value,
yeah.
right? Same it is doing. So same it is same also here also is happening. If you remove any filter for the genre equals to action, it will consider the total and it is printing. Now it will go to the next row. You are removing the genre equals to adventures. Then what it will print? It will print the total only, right there. That's what it is printing. Simple.
Oh,
As simple as that.
okay, okay. Okay, sir. Now
Okay.
I got it.
Now you can do the contribution to the grand total, right? I have the all the details. How I'll do it?
Now minus contribute to grand total. This column minus total runtime
Divide, 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 divide.
Divided by.
divided by. Yeah.
So last time I given you one more trick to use the variable, right? Variable this, hold this, then return like this, right? I can do one more way also. So there are multiple ways to write. Where is that function? This one. Mm, yeah, this one, right? So on top of this, what I will do? I will do a divide. Divide the first numeration will be my total runtime. Divide this function. This also I can do it directly, right? Let's do that. So what will happen? So just try to understand. So divide. First parameter is the total runtime. Second parameter is this. This is what you are giving. You are giving 143583, right? Correct?
Yes.
Mm, you can do that. So it will become as a percentage to a percentage. Put it as a 2 decimal, and you will get the percentage contribution to everything. Right? This is clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the one. Now it is 100%. If you see, the total will be 100% because in a grand total level it is 143583 divided by that only, right? So 100%. So each and every contribution it is happening. Now it is clear. This concept is clear.
So we are for action this in the total percentile. It's taking this much. We are
Correct.
calculating this one, right? Totally.
Yeah. So it is saying that the
For
30
action.
point action is contributing 40%, 14% to the total runtime. That's what
Total
it is
number of
calculated.
runtime. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
that's what we are saying that. Okay, this is clear. Okay,
Yes.
this is, and this remove filters, this part, we can replace with one more function also in DAX. Okay, so this line I can write like this also. So that I will explain you not now, but this is not the right time. The same if I comment this, and if I write one function called all, okay, and I put this function like this, the work will be the same. There is no difference. Remove filters to also remove the filter from the genre. All also it will remove the filter from the genre. But why I'm writing all? No, sometimes it is confusing. The all genre means actually it is underlined. It will remove the filter from the genre just like the remove filter. But the name suggests is all. So sometimes people get confused that okay, all means I should consider all the values, right? It should not remove the filters, right? The name. If I talked about the name of the function, so that's why the work will be same. The output will none, there will be no change to the output. It will same only. But when you are removing the filter from any step, let's use the remove filters only. But the all function have a different meanings on different ways. That will explain you. I'll explain you when times comes. Okay. But right now we'll go with the remove filters. All right. Okay. Okay. Now another things I want to do it. Let's do that. So this is okay. Let's put it this side. Okay. Here let it be. Now I'll take another table here, this part. And suppose I'm taking the genre equals to same I'm taking, nothing's fancy I'm taking that. I'm just taking slowly. If you understand this functionality, then I can take you to the use cases. Okay. Because that time the use cases will be implementation of everything. Okay. So I'll next tomorrow I will show you one business case using all these things. Okay. Now here, suppose I want to I have a measure, I think so. Yeah. Here if you see this part, right? So I'm just removing the total percentage here. The problem what you are facing here is just try to understand. So here I'm saying that calculate the total runtime for the comedy genre. Total runtime for the comedy genre, right? If I bring it this, what exactly is happening here? Check it. What happened? So here, across all the rows, it is printing the comedy genres value. That's what it is doing. If I go to that, how it is working? Can somebody explain me? This I already explained you.
Because
What
you
exactly?
only comedy thing. That's why it's
Comedy
printing
thing.
the comedy one.
Printing this comedy one, right? But this is a problem, right? Suppose we are putting only a value for the comedy. Don't you think so? Where it's satisfied, there only it should print and others should be blank logically, right?
Yes.
What exactly happening? It is fine. Like when it is going to the action movie, then when it is found here, it is just replacing with the comedy. That's what we are getting here. Correct?
Yes.
Correct. But what my requirement now is that whenever it's satisfied, there only I want to print it, others I want to print it blank.
Blank. Mm.
Okay. So for that, what I need to do here is that there's another function we need to wrap it around. So when this kind of scenario comes up, no, the filter what are the filter you are typing it, wrap it around another function called the keep filters. Just like this. Keep filters inside the bracket we need to put the genre equals to comedy. Now this I will explain you in a detailed way how the keep filter works here. Now if you see here, only for the comedy movie only it is printing, and others it is blank. Total anyway it is 14237, doesn't matter, but others are getting blank. Correct?
Yes.
But how? Why or how? Let's try to understand this. Okay? So let me pull this value to the notepad so that I can easily explain this scenario. Please try to focus for a 5 minutes. Okay? So now in this case, let's take this. So let me delete this, it is not required. Now we'll focus on this table itself. How it is working. Now let me put the notepad here. So on the first filter, it is saying that genre equals to action. Correct? For that 19499 is there. For the other measure, what we are saying, normally equals to genre equals to comedy. If you give the genre equals to comedy, it will override the action equals to genre and it will print the genre equals to comedy value here. Normally it does like that. Correct?
Mm. Mm.
But when you wrap it around the keep filters, it is giving the blank here. Right? And where it is satisfied, then it is giving the 14237. Why it is happening? I'll tell you why. What exactly it is doing is in this case is, let's go to the first to the genre table and put a filter on the action. Let to do that. Let's go to the genre and put a filter on action. That's what it is doing for the first line. Correct?
Yes.
And another filter we are saying that genre equals to comedy. So what exactly it is doing is that it is going to like this. Let's take equals. So it is doing both the and condition. So it is saying that genre equals to action and equals to comedy. Okay. So both the condition is going with the AND operator. So the one is coming from my visualization, which is genre equals to action, and one filter, since we wrap it around the keep filters, no, it is doing a AND operation to that. Okay, and it's giving me action and comedy. Any genre on any scenario, it can't be possible that it could be action and comedy. It's not possible, right? If you put this filter, you will get a blank. So that's why in the first it is giving you the blank. Same, it is happening for the adventurous also. In this, it's the AND condition. What is the AND condition in this case? Genre equals to adventurous and genre equals to comedy. If you wrap it around the keep filters, it is getting blank. Right? When it comes to the comedy, it is saying that genre equals to comedy and genre equals to comedy. Both will be true. That time it is printing the value itself. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Oh,
So this
So,
is called
sorry.
the keep filters. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So, so sir, you said like if it is equal comedy and it's uh, overwriting action because of the
If
equal
you
sign.
if you not write this right, you're saying.
Yeah, if we don't write it. But
Okay, yeah.
if we do double equals, it means it
Double
will
equals
like
is.
if we say like only without keep filter, double equals
Mhm.
comedy. So will it be
So if
particular
you
only comedy?
yeah, so if you give like this instead of writing this, suppose this is your filter, only this without the keep filters. Then what happens is it will override.
Hmm.
It will not take the end condition. It will take, okay, genre is equals to action. Now it will take this. It will override the action and it will give you the comedy results there. That's it. That's it it was doing. But when you wrap it around the keep filters, it will take the
Mhm.
end operation. Genre equals to action. That also will consider and genre equals to comedy. That is never true. and that's why it is giving me the blank value there. This is the difference between these two. That's clear?
Hmm. Okay.
It needs practice. Please do the practice because now only from today only I started the measure section for the DAX. And these are the important concept of the DAX. And this we will able to understand if you understand your filter context properly. Because what exactly you want to put the filter, whether you need to override, when to remove. If you understand this, this will be easier. Okay? Any
Hmm.
questions up to now? Yes. We modified, then we remove also. Now I'm keeping the filters as well. Okay, so all the concept is clear.
Yes, sir.
Any
Yeah.
questions here? This is
Yeah.
clear. We are good. Okay.
Yes, sir. So in first code, we remove all the filters. So there is no correlation between that and this one, right?
No,
In
no.
first
Remove filter
table.
is different. So see, filter we can add,
And then,
we can modify, we can keep. These are the three parts you can do the filter, right? Either you can
hmm.
add one filter, or you can remove the filter, or you can modify the filter. So everything we have done. We modified it, we add it, we remove it, and finally we are keeping it also. Hmm? So all these things we are doing.
Hmm.
So this is about the how to tackle the filter context because any requirement can come, right? So depends. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now tomorrow class we'll see. Please do the practice whatever I explained you today. Please go through that and practice properly because tomorrow class I will show you that how the filter context is impacting. Impacting in a sense, I'll give an example here. So this is clear. And we'll do an exercise for the keep filters as well. So let's try to understand here. So total runtime, no, percentage contribution to the grand total. Okay, I'm not dividing right now. Let's not divide. Only I will give, I just want to print the total here. Okay, so let's do that. So now it is the number. Okay, whole number. Okay, now it is printing the grand total here. But what happen is, suppose you are giving a slicer now. Let's take outside slicer and taking any filter. Let's take country equals to here. Now, if you click on the Australia, no, the total will be changed, right? Or it will remain the same. Right now, the total is for total genre runtime. Now, if you select an Australia here, two filters will work into picture. Correct? This part is clear, everybody, right? Or you want to go through that video of the filter context, which I explained you on the sales model.
No, I'm good, Samir.
Okay. So now if I click on the Australia here, what happened? Now the filter context is working for in this row. What are the two filter context is working? One is for the genre equals to action. Second
And the
filter is
current.
country equals to Australia. And based on
Okay.
that, the 734 is the total, right? But if you
Yes.
remove it, the total is 143583. That is also one
Mhm.
more way. Suppose I don't want to disturb my total at all. It means that when I'm calculating the contribution to the grand total, it should consider the total runtime at genre level only. What does it mean? If I do any filter from outside or inside, whatever may be, this value should not change. It should remain as 143583. But when you are selecting anything, this value is changing, right? It is changing to 734. What is the total exact value for the genre total? Which is 143583.
Mm.
That we want to do it. Tomorrow I will explain you how to tackle this scenario also. Okay? This is one of the business case only, because I don't want to disturb this. Whatever the percentage I want to calculate at the genre total only, irrespective of any filters is coming from anywhere else. Right? I don't want to consider that. So now it is considering, right? If you click on that, it is considering. The Brazil filter is considering. So I don't want to consider anything. So we'll see that time. Okay? Got the point?
Okay. Yeah.
The things are, see, I need both all of you to put a practice much effort to, because now actually you are getting the column section, whatever you discuss, those are very simple. Okay? Why I explained you that one? To understand the syntax. That will be never being used in real time. Okay? So these are the things we will use in the real time, the DAX. This is actual DAX. Okay? All right. So on that note, let me stop the sharing and